Booker, come here.
What? What is it?
Look, you can use the songbird to bring the whole damn thing down. Destroy the siphon.
And that's what you want.
It's the only way we'll find the truth. About my finger, Comstock, everything.
Tear it down. Tear it all down. Whistler! Elizabeth! The bird, Elizabeth! I lost control! He's coming!
No, he isn't.
Where is he? Where is he?
It's okay. It's all right. I'm here. Just let go. There you go. There you go.
Elizabeth, I'm sorry. What do you mean it's a doorway? Where are you going?
Oh, come on. Yes, it's this way.
What Comstock said about your finger. Is there an answer here? Do you...
Down here.
Alright, this is Bioshock 1. Everybody probably already knows that. And actually,
Over
wait,
here, Booker.
there is a big daddy and a little girl. Oh, I see, the big daddy is hurt and the little girl is crying. Because somebody killed the big daddy. See, he's like not standing up, he's dead. It looks like he's been electrocuted. There's some electricity coming from him. Maybe short-circuited. When we're walking through Columbia, but Rapture is 1946. I think this is during Bioshock 1 because, as you can see, stuff has been exploded, and I think this is during Bioshock 1, frankly. It's because there's problems, you know, the big daddy's broken, the little girl's crying, this is stuff, I assume this is what your character does to Rapture. That this is the aftermath of you going through Bioshock 1. Not the before, but the during. Because the little girls are still there, and, well, I don't want to give too much spoilers on Bioshock 1, but they shouldn't be there if it was after. And this place would be pristine if it was before. Right. Well, yeah, but the date on the statue isn't the date the game is taking place. It's just the date for that particular statue, for the unveiling. Do you understand? This is actually during Bioshock 1, you can tell. So, here we go. We're gonna go into the bathysphere.
Probably gonna regret this.
It's like a little submarine thingy.
City at the bottom of the ocean. Ridiculous.
I'd be afraid to live at a city at the bottom of the ocean. There are hotels at the bottom of oceans where you have to scuba dive to them in like the Caribbean and stuff. I read about them, but I don't know. Living under all that pressure if something goes wrong. I guess it's like living in space, or not too different from living on blimps.
Thousands of doors. Opening all at once. My God, they're beautiful.
What, the stars?
Come on. Come on, it's this way.
This area got me thinking about a lot of things. I did watch a video to help me explain it. I didn't think the video was that great, but it was better than if I hadn't watched it.
You
It
going to
still
open
leaves
it?
a lot of questions.
It's no good. Damn it. I thought once we were here, I could fully control it. I thought...
What is that?
It's a key.
Where did it come from?
It's always been there. I just couldn't see it.
Well, because they were siphoning her power, so I guess she's got her power back. That's what the video said that I watched. That guy wasn't a scientist. He didn't know much science. He just was like pseudo-science, fluffy light guy in the video. But he did bring up some good points about the actual gameplay. You think that you have all these choices, but you really don't. This whole game, like, none of the choices really matter. It's like one direction. And this will be an example of that.
See? Not stars. They're doors.
Doors to...
To everywhere. All that's left is the choosing.
But you're not really choosing. That's the funny thing. No matter which way you
What are
go.
all these lighthouses? Where are we... Who are...
There are a million worlds. All different and all similar.
So you find out
Constance
these are not stars, these are lighthouses.
There's always a lighthouse.
And I guess they're gateways to alternate
There's always a
universes.
city.
How do you know this?
I can see them through the doors. You, me, Columbia, Songbird. But sometimes, something's different. Yet the same.
Constants and variables.
Yes.
Here's the other thing. There's a character named Constance Fields. I wonder if she's a reference to this Constants and Variables comment somehow. She's a girl who admires Elizabeth and wants to be a scientist. Okay, so this is the thing about this that irks me. No matter what door you choose, you can't go this way. You always end up with the same options.
Look.
It's us.
Not exactly. We swim in different oceans but land on the same shore. It always starts with a lighthouse.
I don't understand.
We don't need to. It'll happen all the same.
Why?
Because it does. Because it has. Because it will.
There's so many choices.
They all lead us to the same place. Where it started.
No one tells me where to go.
Booker. We've already been.
So here's your first choice. You can go this way, You can go this. I know, that's not it right here. Sorry, it's coming up. There you go. You can go this way, or you can go this way. So I'm just going to go to the closest one, because this is just symbolic. It doesn't matter which one you go to. But here's the interesting thing that she points out. In all of these existences that we see here, all these, I don't know how many billions, millions, trillions, gajillions, infinite amount of lighthouses you see, they have, the songbird exists, I exist, either as Comstock or as Booker DeWitt, and my daughter exists. So those are the three constants, I guess, which kind of explains a few things, because people were asking me the other night why isn't there a universe where none of these people were born? Well, this is their existence, and multiple universes are all based on those three characters. Just the way the rules are in this particular scenario.
I know this place. I was here. It's been 20 years ago, right after Wounded Knee.
He's a constant, according to... She just said he is.
Come on now, time's a-wasted.
Why were you here?
Are you ready to have your past erased? Are you ready to have your sins cleansed? Are you ready to be born again?
He exists in all universes, according to... She just said he does, so I don't know.
I don't want to.
You already did, didn't you?
So this is the choice that makes you Comstock or Booker. If you accept the baptism, you become Comstock, the evil guy, crazy religious guy. And if you don't, you become kind of the cynical, gambler. Either way, you don't become a good person. You just take a different route.
Are you ready to be born again?
I am.
Do you hate your
That's
sin?
the same guy who you meet when you get to Columbia, who drowns you.
Do you want to
the blind
clean the slate, leave
priest.
behind all you were before, and be born again in the blood?
That's the blind priest who you meet when you first enter Columbia in the beginning, except he's older. So I wonder if you become Comstock, you take him with you to Columbia, and he becomes like the gatekeeper who drowns people. Because that's the same guy, remember him.
To the Lamb, Jesus,
That's him.
wash this man clean. Father, make him
Stop
born
it.
again. Lord,
Stop it!
what are you doing to it?
Get off me! Get off!
Son!
You didn't go through with
You
it.
think a dunk in the river's gonna change the things I've done? Let's get out of here. Hey, these doors of yours, they're all tears, right? We'll open one up. Open one up to Paris. I want to be shut of all this.
Not until we find Comstock.
Comstock's dead!
No. He was here. This way.
Yeah, unfortunately, Comstock is only dead in one of the gajillion universes.
And what of my bets?
Bring us the girl, and wipe away the debt.
This is the man who hired me to find you.
Really?
Yes, the girl for the debt.
So I'm back at my crappy apartment. Look at all the booze on the floor, the cards, because I'm a gambler. I don't even have sheets on the bed, or a blanket. This is how I live. There's my gun. There's my race cards, horse races. 18, here's the date on the, let's look at the date. 1893, October 8th. So I guess Elizabeth was born in 1893. So in 1912, she would have been 19 years old, give or take, right? So she's 19 in Columbia when we meet her. She's a 19-year-old girl. And I am a decorated war hero. Here are all my medals. I wonder why Booker DeWitt changes his name to Comstock. I wonder what the symbolism of that is. Yeah, that's a good question. Is Songbird her real mom? Yeah, I don't know, New Rooter. That is a very good question. Like, her mom in like a Big Daddy type suit, except it's Songbird. I would love to see the DLC explore Songbird, her real mother, and a couple other
Her real
things.
mother is Booker's wife.
Yes, but is she Songbird?
Why would she be Songbird?
Because in Booker's universe, you never meet her.
I thought they say she dies in childbirth.
Is that really what happens to her? I don't know.
Pretty sure that's what they said.
Who said that?
Booker.
I don't remember him saying she dies in... So her mother was really Lady Comstock, just from this universe, from the DeWitt universe, not the Comstock universe. So because Comstock is sterile, she doesn't have a kid with him, but Booker isn't sterile. So it's the same woman. They both are with the same woman in all alternative realities then. So she's a constant as well then, if she's the same mother, the same woman. I don't know what the Comstock laws are. Well, that's the question. There's a lot of unanswered questions I want explored in the DLC.
Wait, no, this is wrong. What is this? There was no baby. I remember. No, there was no baby, and if there was, I sure as hell wouldn't give it over to this guy.
Booker, you don't leave this room until you do.
DeWitt, time is running short. Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
So this is the nursery, which is the saddest, most dilapidated looking nursery. The paint is peeling, raggedy curtains. At least the baby's in a crib. So he's clearly not a fit father.
Go ahead.
No.
You can wait as long as you want. Eventually you'll give him what he wants.
How do you know all this?
I can see all the doors, and what's behind all the doors. And behind one of them, I see him.
Comstock. What choice do I have?
The debt's paid. Mr. Comstock washes you of all your sins.
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
There was no baby. The deal was I go to Columbia to get you.
Booker, you're bleeding.
Oh. I remember what I remember.
Now we've upset him.
I don't expect this next bit will do much for his mood.
Come on.
Yeah, that's what I think, Majibu, too. That Lady Comstock is genetically her mother. But only in the universe with DeWitt, not with the Comstock universe. And Comstock knows that she's the mother, so he takes her on in his universe as his, I guess, wife, because he knows she's the mother. But then she also knows that he's sterile, and she doesn't think that that's her daughter, because she doesn't realize that's her daughter from another universe.
What are we doing here? Comstock's dead. We can just go on with
So
our
she's
lives.
angry.
We don't need
She
to.
thinks he cheated
You
on
mean
her.
like Chenlin? Like Lady Comstock? No. He is alive in a million worlds. It's not over because the Prophet is dead. It will only be over when he never even lived in the first place.
Well, she knows that this won't end well for the world unless something is done to stop Comstock. But here's the part that confuses me. How am I able to just step in and change the course, and she can't do it? Because look.
Hey. Hey, the deal's off, you hear me?
You're unstable.
The deal is off!
It's
Give her back!
fine, hurry!
Give her back!
Fine, are you mad?
There's
You
Comstock.
will not get caught in between. Come!
It is uncomfortable enough as it is.
Give her back, you son of a bitch!
It's ready. Go!
No! No,
Shut
no, no!
down the machine!
No!
Shut it
Anna!
down! Shut down the machine! Now do it!
Give me back my daughter! No!
Alright, there's the pinky thing. So it's a little part of her that's in this world universe that gives her all this power, I guess, because she's in two universes. I think that's what they're trying to say. Like,
No. I'm sorry.
so she has this special power that can be siphoned because of this incident, I guess. Because she exists in two multiverses. And the one she's in, that they're siphoning her, is not the one she's from, so she's like unnatural. She doesn't belong there. Which could also be a source of power, you know. She shouldn't be existing in the one that she's in. I think they got the vigors from Rapture. Those tears that occurred, that they were stealing music from and technology, and the handyman, they got that from Ryan and his 1940s underwater world. The tears were showing that. They do explain that kind of, like the plasmids in Bioshock 1, the technology. I think they steal that using their little, you know, openings to other universes and realities and times. They give you hints about that with the songbird, the handyman.
Anna's gone. You shared this room with your regret for almost 20 years. Until one day, a man came to you and offered you a chance, a redemption. A chance for us to be together.
Yeah, so she was basically 19 years old when he tries to save her. And here's... Yeah, Fink did have one of those design sheets from Big Daddy. I remember that. And I think it was used to also try to create the handyman as well. Here's the other thing. The Luteces was the other thing that I finally figured out what they are. Her name is Rosalind, which is a character from As You Like It. It's a Shakespeare that bends genders, that plays Gamedes and Rosalind. She's plays two different genders to survive, kind of thing. Well, anyway, there's like a whole story behind her. She's a great character. Everybody loves her. And this Lutece is Rosalind, but her twin is Robert, right? So I'm thinking that in some universes she's a woman, and in others she's a man. It's just one chromosome difference, and she even makes a comment to the difference. They're just separated by one chromosome. So I'm thinking what happens is when she finds a tear to these portals, she discovers in some of the multiverses that she's this guy. And so she pulls him in to her universe. And there's going to be actually a hint coming up right here where he says something to Booker, me, about understanding what I'm going through, being pulled from one universe to the other, because he went through the same thing. Okay, get ready.
I told you it would work.
We already know it works. The question is...
Now listen.
Anna. Sorry, Anna.
Do you suppose he branded himself as some sort of penance?
Should have.
Don't see the point. What's done is done. What's done will be done. I suppose the brand is his hair shirt, as he is ours.
Wipe away the debt. Bring Curse the girl. Wipe away the debt.
See? He's starting to put his story together.
Wipe away.
You're quite fond of this theory of yours.
He's factoring new memories from his old ones.
Well, the brain adapts.
I should know. I lived it.
See, I should know I lived it. So he's implying he did the same thing.
Booker, wake up. This is where it started.
I sold you. I sold you.
To your credit, you did try to weasel out of the deal.
This is all Comstock's fault. What if I went back? Killed him before he did any of this?
Things get set in motion.
How would one know how far back to go?
That's the only way to do it. Go back to when he was born. And I'll smother this son of a bitch in his crib.
He can't do that because then Elizabeth won't be born if he kills himself at birth. At the first birth, not the rebirth. The religious rebirth. I don't think Booker at this point realizes that he's Comstock yet. He hasn't made that realization.
Are you sure this is what you want?
I have to. It's the only way to undo what I've done to you.
Booker DeWitt, are you ready to
What
be
is this?
born again?
Why are we back here?
This isn't the same place, Booker.
Of course it is. I remember.
Are
Wait,
you ready to leave behind all
You're
that
not-
has gone before?
Here are the different Elizabeths from the game.
who are you?
And their
You
different
chose
outfits.
to walk away, but in other oceans, you didn't need to.
The one on the left, I think she gets all bloody when she scissors Daisy Fitzroy in the back. Hi, Goldman. So there are the different outfits from different points in the storyline. The one on the far right is when you first meet her, she's all clean and, you know. The one next to her is before she gets her choker, when they're on the beach, before you pick out her choker. So they're the different Elizabeths from different timelines, not only universes, but different points, because you can tell by their outfits and their hair, their cleanness. And then I learned from watching that video Mortal sent me, there's going to be one on the far left who is the one from the original artwork for Bioshock Infinite that they never used because her hair is symmetric. So you'll see her.
Took the baptism.
See?
You were born again as a different man. It all has to end.
So now he realizes he's Comstock. This is his moment of realization that the thing that changed him into Comstock is the choice right here. He just realizes that right now. This is the point where your character is like, fuck, I turn into Comstock when I get baptized. Or they call that being reborn again, if you're Christian.
To have never started, not just in this world, but in all of ours.
Smother
I don't know which Elizabeth that is.
him in the crib.
Smother, 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 smother.
I guess a young
Before
one.
the choice is made, before you are
And
reborn,
what name shall you take, my son?
he's Zachary Comstock. He's Booker DeWitt.
No. I'm both.
And there, he gets drowned. This reminds me of the little girls scene at the end of Bioshock 1, the 3 little girls. Or was it 4? I can't remember. Alright, so... Good music in this game. Good sound with the poignant piano notes. I unlocked an achievement called Saw the Elephant. I don't know why it's called Saw the Elephant. I guess because I figured out I'm Comstock. Okay, so this was my second playthrough, so I hope that you guys don't mind that I was talking about this game so heavily. On my first playthrough, I didn't know what was going on, so... But I warned you guys in the title. I'm going to watch the whole credits because there's a video coming up that I want to talk about as well. And I like the Will the Circle Be Unbroken song, which really is symbolic to this game because the circle does get broken. So what are you guys thoughts about this? Let's discuss, shall we? So we've just ended Bioshock Infinite for the second time. Some of you have watched me play this once before, and I appreciate that. Because the video that comes up after the credits, it opens up more questions, and because you see him entering the nursery. Well, let's just wait for the video. It makes you wonder if this is like a cliffhanger for something coming out. Well, I kind of thought that the circle was broken because the circle basically meant, you know, going around and around and around and around, and, you know, the same things happening. And finally, by killing DeWitt / Comstock in this kind of like nexus point for all the universes, they prevented Comstock from coming into existence. So they broke that vicious circle of destruction where Comstock goes and, you know, kills the world, kind of, you know, sets New York on fire. And I kind of get the feeling that he doesn't just stop in his world. Like, I get the feeling he crosses over across all the worlds and does the damage everywhere. I don't know if they're implying that, but I get that sense. I see Mortal. I completed on normal difficulty. The first time I did easy because I was having a hard time with the combat, but I got a little bit better on my second. There's actually going to be 2 things coming up at the end of these credits, which is why I'm sitting through them for your sake. I've already done this once. There's a video of the voice actors for Elizabeth / Anna and Booker / Comstock, and there's another video, like a gameplay video with the nursery that just confused the hell out of me. I'm like, why are they showing me this? It has to mean something. So Troy Baker is Booker DeWitt. Courtney Draper is the voice for Elizabeth. Heather Gordon did the mocap for Elizabeth, this is motion capture. Kif Vanden Heuvel was Zachary Hell Comstock. Oh, I guess it was a different voice actor. Laura Bailey was Lady Comstock. Kimberly D. Brooks was the Daisy Fitzroy. There was mocap for a lot of these characters. As long as there are stars above you, you never need to doubt it. There was also a girl who did facial expressions that they didn't list in the credits, a Russian girl who looks exactly like Elizabeth to the T. God only knows what I'd be without you. Without you. Without you. Ah, that's a good way of looking at it. Because Booker and Anna will always remain Booker and Anna, because at the point where he's drowned is the point where Booker becomes Comstock, and then Comstock abducts Anna and turns her into Elizabeth. So you're right. Booker and Anna, at the point where they break the circle, as I'm calling it breaking the circle, that's my term, are still Booker and Anna. So the variable in this case is Comstock and Elizabeth. And I guess Songbird becomes a variable, doesn't he? So Comstock and Elizabeth and Songbird become variables because Songbird won't exist without Comstock, from what I understand. Yes, Rosalutis is Shepherd. Yeah, my roommate told me that. I forgot to mention that. Yep. I like the voice of Rosalind. She's a very, very good voice actress. And I did play the female Shepard, so to me, I only played Mass Effect 1 and 2, but to me Shepard is a woman, because I played her as a woman, and I identified with her as a woman, of course. So I heard the voice, yeah. Yeah, you can finish this game in a few nights if you have the free time, Kawaii. Okay, so we're almost done with the credits. And you can get additional music from bioshockinfinite.com/music. And I do like the music from this game. It's worth looking into that website. Production babies. I have no idea what that means. Adrian Balanin, thanks to my family and friends and for all the pie and donuts in all the land. There's a lot of thank yous here. We should be thanking these people for making this awesome game. Thank you to all of you. Well, Gavin Golden loves his wife Veronica, we see here. I'm just entertaining you guys until we get to those last two videos. Johnny Fawcett, my shoes hurt. Joshua M. Davis, would you kindly? No, seriously, would you? Ken Levine, the guy who made this. Mom and Dad, the Utah Bar Mitzvah Boy, the Robot. Oh, I never got to finish reading his. I'll have to replay my video and pause it and look at that. Ken Levine is the guy in charge of everything. The head guy. He did Bioshock 1 and this. He did not do 2. He has nothing to do with 2 other than creating the IP. Thanks for your support, babe. Steve Elmore. Lisa must be his girlfriend. Tara Volker. Thanks, hair dye, delivery sushi, my cats, loved ones, blah, blah, blah. Alright, we're almost done with this credits here. Blind Squirrel Games. Who wants to rule the world? You guys hear this? It's like an old-time version of an 80s song. This is crazy. Maybe it will be in DLCs, Magical. Yeah. This is the awesomest version of Who Wants to Rule the World. It's what I love the song Who Wants to Rule the World. Tears for Fears. This just makes me want to listen to the real song. Okay, credits are about to end. Oh no, 2K Australia. I wonder if Troy Baker has done any other games, voice acting. He probably has. You guys will probably know. Probably Dishonored, Kawaii, will be next on my plate. Definitely more Diablo 3 because I play that game a lot. I know, Tom, right? You think, ah. I don't know why they needed a separate team for Australia. Everything's upside down, that's why. Oh, here we go.
This is fine. It's that one line.
I love her voice.
Yeah. Well, he'll figure it out.
Such a beautiful voice.
Back home, Lord, my home was lonesome.
And his is nice too.
Back home, Lord, my home was lonesome. All my brothers, sisters cried. Whoa. See, but then now it's too short. Now it's one too short.
Yeah,
because then it goes, what a home. So here, we'll play it one more time. Went back home, Lord. was lonesome, all my brothers, sisters cried. What a home so sad and lonely. And then it's missing the next line. That's what I'm saying, like, this is the second, that's the third, that's the fourth, but then... I don't think that's supposed to say lonely.
Probably lonely. We're just missing a line.
We'll get the actual.
Nothing else.
Can we run it through this video lyrics?
Alright, this is so wonderful.
There are loved ones in the glory whose dear forms you often miss. When you close your earthly story, will you join them in their bliss? Will the circle be unbroken by and by, or by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky, in the joyous days of childhood.
Yes, she's a professional musician.
They told
She's also a professional voice actor.
pointed to the dying Savior. Now they dwell with him above.
Cheche has musical talent, unlike all the stupid pop singers out there.
By and by,
With some exceptions.
by and by, there's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. You remember songs of heaven which you sang with childish voice. Do you love the hymns they taught you, or are songs of earth your choice? Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. You can picture happy gatherings around the fireside long ago, and you think of tearful partings when they left you here below. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in
She's not that young, she's 28, I think. It's not bad.
by wonder, seats were empty. One by one they went away. Now the family is parted. Will it be complete one day? That's it. Do you think that this one should be like slowed down a little bit since it's the last verse?
You can do that. Sounds pretty
Otherwise,
cool,
there's
though.
like, well, otherwise there's just like an abrupt ending, right?
All right. Well, what I want to do. You guys are really, really, really good. What I want to do
Well,
is
Make it 8 worse.
I want to take the tempo down a little bit if we can, and sort of start by finding like Booker. If you could just be sort of like picking away at the beginning first, and then sort of start to play the song, and maybe then you guys kind of find the tempo together.
Oh, I didn't know that. She's studying law, huh?
I want it to feel you guys are so excellent and professional.
Where is she studying law, do you know?
I want to make it sound like it's not like, you know,
Sure.
Sheryl Crow and
What law school?
Eric Clapton in a session. So
He gets Eric Clapton, I get Sheryl Crow.
Yeah.
who do you want, Chop?
Rip. Yeah. Joplin.
Ex-Tina?
Britney Spears and Seal.
She was offended by being referred to as Sheryl Crow. She doesn't think Sheryl Crow is a good enough musician. Alright, here's the video. Here, okay, watch this, guys. So we're back to October 8th, 1893. This is the day that I give away Anna to Comstock. Remember? So this is the day Robert Lutece comes from the other world and tries to weasel my baby away from me.
Anna?
You notice that calendar on the desk? The desk calendar. And then it ends. You hear like baby music and you see a nursery, so you question, did it work? You know, is Anna safe? And that's how it ends on this cliffhanger. I hate cliffhangers. You have to wait for like more content now, I guess. So that was the ending to Bioshock Infinite. And there will be more content. You see this is not highlighted. I can't select this, but it's coming soon, I believe. I have the season pass thanks to MPNG, one of my mods bought me the season pass. So when that downloadable content becomes available, I will be on it right away, unless like I'm in the hospital or dead, okay? I will be on that downloadable content. Even if it's like releasing at like 3 in the morning, I'm gonna be on it.